Testing, testing, 1 2 1 2. Boom, 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 boom. Do I have my mic on? Yes, my mic is unmuted. And let me see. Good morning, good morning. I was looking around. I saw I actually ended up trading LIMN yesterday, and then this morning I'm seeing NXTC getting some movement, but don't know about that one yet. Hasn't really met all of the criteria, but it is getting a little bit of trading. Just waiting for something else to pop up, and I need to set this up here. But it is Friday. Good old Friday again. Done, and let's see. See what's there, and save. All right, so back over to the original. Yeah, but I ended up trading LIMN yesterday. So watching this one from pre-market. It came down here. It went all the way up to 10 bucks, came down to like 7. And I started trading it once it broke over this ATR high up here. Oops. Once it started to break over this. And let me turn my brightness up just a little bit. Okay. Started to break over right here, came down, and I was entering around this level, and then we got this nice little shoot up. It came back, made a higher low, and got going up here. I was looking for it to go ahead and get through back up to 9, but it just didn't have the juice, I guess. But it was a nice move. My average price was around this 785 level, right around this ATR high, and it got going. And this was my risk level down here. So I was risking 72 bucks, and to lose 72 bucks, I had 150 shares, 170 shares around here. Well, I had 150 right here. Then when it dropped back down, I added some right around here, and then it got going. But yeah, got this was my risk level down here of 72 bucks. So it would have needed to drop all the way back down here for me to lose 70 bucks. And it got going up. And it did try this level twice. Tried it here, and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna hold it. Did this dump here, didn't hit any kind of stops. At this point, I think I had moved my stop up to like 780. So I was like, well, if it comes back down here, I'm at like break even, so whatever. And then it came up, tried it again. And on this second try, I was like, yeah, I'm not going to let it come back through. And so I had moved my stop up all the way up here to like 310, 311, or not 3, 811, 810 level. And it did come down there and stop me. So I was like, okay. Then after it stopped me, you already know the drill. It went back up here, broke over this level. and then dropped back down here, and then in aftermarket went right back up to that level. But it just got the volume just got a little bit too light, so I just stopped trusting it. But yeah, that was that one. Just waiting. Let's go over here to the scanners. We'll start with some news here. See what's up here. Where's it started today? Mm, okay. Intel reaffirms KeyBank. Okay, Intel, Coinbase. Kathy Wood bets big on the satellite stock. Exits coin. She exits coin. Oh, it's interesting. She's been buying coins since forever. Okay, let's jump over here to IPO calendar. If there's any IPOs today, I don't even know. Let's see. It's not look like any today. Let's go to signals. Get anything that's spiking. So over here on signals, we're seeing 2 p.m. These are all p.m. Let's get to the a.m.s. Okay. Looking for spikes pretty much over. I see 8Co Octo with a little spike there, but $2.37. I might need to filter this. Let's see. Share flow, price change, sector. Okay. Octo, SOWG is up there 22%. So these are some cheaper ones I know probably aren't going to meet my criteria, but they are up there. Looks like 607 and then 603 they got going. Octo up to 62 cents. And those are the most recent spikes that I'm seeing up here. So if you have a strategy for Octo or SOWG, you know, you can have at it. Let's go over here and take a quick look at them. Octo. Went up here to 255 during aftermarket yesterday. And now, you know, it's at 190, came up here to 234s. Did it have any kind of news or anything on it? It's possible. Last news on Octo was May 16th, 2025. Then, yeah, okay. What about SOWG? SOWG last news was on Juneteenth. or June 10th, it has a So Good appoints Donna Guy as Chief Financial Officer. Okay. So SOWG is the other one. Weak news on both, or no news on both of them. So they're just kind of doing their thing. And they may suck up all the volume today. I'm gonna be looking to trade what's on the scanners if something approaches my scanners. But yeah, any other spikes? We'll probably get updates here in a second. But eyes open, looking around. Another one just got updated. Tease up? No, that's not a lot. Say percent change. Okay, there we go. Now, okay. So I had a price change to this. I want to see a price change. Well, I could do 5%, whatnot. That's gonna allow a lot of things to get in there that we may not want. 8%. So we got force. Oh, that's -8. So from 8 to infinity, but this is -8. Why is this up here? That doesn't make sense. This might be the wrong change percentage. When I put 10 up there. SOWG. And then the other one was Octo. It must have went under. Nope, they're both still up there. I'm wondering why it's Octo is not up here anymore. Interesting. Okay, I'll get rid of that. It is what it is then. All right. Octo with 15 million shares. So if this ends up sucking up all the attention for today, we've already looked at it, and we know that it doesn't have any news. And then SOWG. Really didn't get that far away from its ATR highs. Down here at 142, headed back down there kind of quick. ATR from yesterday was only 10 cents, and ATR on Octo was 15 cents. For my TOS scanner, so I brought back my TOS scanner just to because earlier this week there was a stock that was trading PAPL that did not show up on Benzinga because it had relisted, but it showed up in TOS, and so brought the TOS scanner back, and this is the small cap scanner that I'm using for it. Only looking for low flows, looking for ATR of on the previous day, and really I wanted this at 20 cents actually. But I guess I can leave it at 30, doesn't matter. I wanted this. Needs to at least be moving 25 cents from previous day. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and dive over to Yahoo and see what's on that front page. So Google search is convincing Wall Street it's ready for AI. Google is easing concerns about revenue as search faces a wave of AI powered answer engines. Intel stock falls as chip maker cuts jobs, drops factory plans. Okay. Health insurer Centene's stock falls after surprise Q2 loss. S&P 500 uh, wait. Intel fell. How much did it fall? Been waiting for Intel to fall. Man, it needs to come under 20, bro. Been playing around at 20 for a long time. Been waiting for it to come down so I can collect some. But it is what it is. Okay, back over here, let's see who benefits as Trump drops capital gains tax on home sales. Wait, did I read that right? Who benefits if Trump drops capital gains tax on home sales? Amazon scraps plans for 350 million cloud facility in Ireland. S&P 500 humming profit engine can keep powering stocks rally. Trump, Australia has agreed to accept American beef. Intel stock, okay, we saw that it fell. Google partners with Italy's Energy Dome on zero emission power supply. Phillips 66 beats second quarter profit estimates. Tesla beats Chinese rivals in some driving assisted tests. NVIDIA AI chips worth 1 billion smuggled to China after Trump export controls. Worth 1 billion smuggled. Valeo shares slump as car parts supplier cuts sales forecast. Okay. Japan pushes back against U.S. view of trade deal profit split. That's the front page. I don't think we're having any speakers this Friday, right? Today is the 25th, no speakers. Go back over here to signals. Okay, no more signals have been added here. Cable says, man, SRS considering switching scanners. I miss momentum on both LHAI and SOWG because the one I'm using really not is not fast enough. Yeah, I'm just running both of them. I'm running a TOS, even though it's slower. It only updates every 15 minutes. If I miss something or if something there's like a re-listing or something, it may catch it. But I was like, dang, man, on PAL, I was like, dang, I didn't even get a chance to pull that one up for y'all. This one right here, the other day during this pre-market, didn't even see it. Blind as a bat. And it made some pretty nice moves here from 5 to 9, 7 to 11, all of that. I'm like, dang, man, why didn't I see that? But now my scanner is ready. Both of them are ready. But I definitely enjoy seeing the price spikes so quickly. Like it's like real-time price spikes. As soon as it starts, Benzinga's on it. Let's jump over here. But we'll see if anything comes up and tries to overpower Octo with 16 million shares traded, 54% up, and then SOWG 27% up. Jump down here to the 15-minute. This is what the 15 looks like. Came up to this level of the 240s, had a nice little drop there, came back up, and is resting now. 15 minute. What does 15 minute look like on SOWG? Big old wick out there to 212s. Came back down to the point of control of 161. What's the point of control over here? So these point of controls change per time frame. So 15 minute may not be the exact same as the 5 or whatnot, but it's kind of like gives you a range of where things have been trading. So 199 on this one. Let's go to the 5 minute. It says 205. So 199 up in here somewhere. On the 15, 5 minutes says 205, and then 1 minute says 206. And it's basically the volume by accumulation on these candles. So you can see this blue out here where the majority of the trades are coming in. But this would be like the zone that I would be looking for. I'm like, okay, well, let's see what happens if it comes back down to this zone, you know. But I do that on I like to do it on a higher price stock. I don't know if this one's actually going to recover or whatnot. It may just walk down. Let's go back over here to SOWG. Same thing on the 15 minute. We can see the point of control is right here at the 161. On the 5 minute, point of control 170. Then on the 1 minute, it's at, wait, is that the same? Yeah, both of these are at 170. Okay. Very tight there. So it's already in this range. We'll see if it decides to get over it or go under it, go under 161 or stay above 170. And with these price spikes that come up here, so on Benzinga, the price spikes that come up here, you can actually get the news if they have news. So let's say if I'm looking at price spike, first of all, I don't really need these descriptions. So it says description spike is spiked up 4%. I don't really need that. So I'm gonna get rid of that description. And what I do want to see is SEC filings. I don't really need a timestamp. I just want to see if it had news or not. So news, press release. I think this is the one I'm looking for. Okay. And it'll tell you what the actual news is right here. The headline, you have to read into it, but it'll tell you what the news is. Preclinical data demonstrates anti-whatever Siglic 15 treatment improves. Okay. SEC file. What's this last one? That must be the timestamp. Okay. Anyway, session count. So during a session, how many times does it do a spike? This one did 4 during this session. Type, don't really care about the type there. SOG, this little range that we saw down here, it did looks like it broke out of here, but it's got this point of control still stuck here. So back under 170, it could continue to chop. I don't know what it wants to do right now, but came down here to this bottom level. It's trading around here. Let's go back to the 15-minute, go back to the 5. Getting knocked back down a little bit. NXTC was one that popped yesterday afternoon in aftermarket. Popped from 523 up to 937. I just put it on the watch just to see what it was going to do this morning, but it came up here. Looks like it's been walking down, walked all the way back to the ATR. Got a little bounce there, but we'll see if it continues to just walk down. It had news on yesterday afternoon. Okay, SOWG continue to hold up this 170 level. Let's go back to the 1 minute. $0.09 away. More volume coming up here, and we're seeing it push down as volume comes up here. So NXTC just got a reported price spike on that. I mean, it's a little spike, but yeah, nothing like Octo right now. It does show me spikes up. I believe this was just at the spike up instead of spike down. But you can do the spike downs if you're interested in that. Coming on back down. Almost 10 million shares traded on SOGW as it approaches this, and the point of control moved up to 180 from here. Okay, so let's see if it moved on the other ones. Nope, still at the same spot there. So it's starting to trade below that point of control on the 1 minute. It's going to need to get back over 180. If it starts to break down this 170, that's definitely going to be a bit of weakness there. Going up and tapping that point of control here. Will it get slapped in the mouth here? Back under the 180s. Big, well, I say big slap, but this one doesn't have the price for it to really have a big slap down. Struggling to trade over that point of control. So I'm looking for it to make a move down, because if it's going to be aggressive, it just goes, you know, it gets away from that point of control quickly. But struggling here, popping up and stuff, that's a struggle. About to close this candle in about 15 seconds. Double top, and then can we get on back down here to the struggle bus? Yep, like it's coming back down to the struggle bus. So it's above, I know it's above the 5 minute and the 15 minute ATRs right now, but not ATRs, point of control. Point of control just moved up and it's headed right back to this 196 level. 196 is the top of that body candle. .5 minute. LiDAR just popped up. What's going on with LiDAR over there? What's going on with LiDAR? LIDR. What's going on with you? This one moved yesterday from 109 up to 480. Did a big little dump there. This one I am more interested in. Okay. See for continuation. See if we can hold up this 329. Had news earlier this week up 21%, and I'm wondering, can it be a grinder on today upward? Has 25 million shares traded. Tested this ATR high here, which was 328. We'll see who's going to be the winner on today. Oh, what was the float on this one? Floats of 18.22 million. So I'll wait till the open on LiDAR, but I'll definitely keep it on watch. Just kind of grinding up here, slowly but surely. A little bit higher flow, so during pre-market, I'm not gonna be looking to trade this one. What was the float on Octo in those? OCTO. Key on Octo short or float is 2.79, and then SOWG had a float of 6 points. So both of these are lower floats, so that's why people are more active on those. But yeah, I'm gonna keep my eye on LiDAR for the open. I'm gonna look at this daily chart for LiDAR. LiDAR was one that had came down, had this had these two levels down here that it came and tested, and now it's holding above that 318 level. But I mean, for the most part, maybe it'll go back up to 4. Looking over here on, let's go to the 15 minute. So still keeping this somewhat of an uptrend, double bottom here at 267. And we'll see how it does. It's got 25 million shares traded. So definitely some interest over there, but I'm going to see what it does on the open. Of course, Friday is not a day that's known for getting like super strong news. So, you know, if we have to trade continuation on a Friday, depending on what the overall market, let me look at the overall market too. So NQ is looking red on today for now. But we saw yesterday there was like a big reversal, upheaval back to the upside during the day. It actually dropped down here to 23 whatever, and then got this big reversal pop back up here and got going back up. But now, is it going to come back down here and test this again for real and get going down? It is red on the day a little bit. A little bit. Let's look at any other price spikes coming up here. LiDAR not here yet. Oh, because it's the float is out of range for a pre-market. Okay. If I were to change this, take the float out, and just look for any price spikes, I'm sure we'll see LiDAR in here. Price spikes, price spikes. There it is. This session count, and this was at 3 a.m. when it was noted. Looks like news title, autonomous driving platform paving the way for significant growth. So yeah, we saw that earlier this week, but I'm going to put my filter back on for shares outstanding. Is that too much? No. What did I just mess up? SOG. I'll get this fixed over here. But anyway, LiDAR doing its thing. Octo pretty much chopping around. SOG. NXTC, that big wick kind of put a dent in its movement. Scanner. All right, continue to swing around. So NXTC, very low volume though. Only, just trying to get to 1 million shares traded now after making that move up yesterday. But it may become the leader. NXTC just came on the scanner. There she is, or she blows. So we got LiDAR and NXTC up here. LiDAR did an SEC filing today. What kind of filing is that? has Q2 earnings in 6 days from now on July 31st. But let's see what this filing is all about. Friday. Okay, so is this some kind of offering or something? All right, so yep. Okay, so aggregate offering price. So let me just search for the word offering first. Control F, offering. How many times is it stated in here? Twice. Okay. All right, yep, aggregate offering price. So there's offering on LiDAR. So I think I'm going to not get involved in that. All right, so offering price of up to 2 million, whatever, pursuant the terms of at market issuance. Perspective, and is qualified by reference there too. So like I said, Friday isn't known for getting good news, but the news that they're putting out right now is definitely offering. So I'm gonna stay away from LiDAR. Has 25 million shares traded on it, so a lot of people, if they didn't read that, you know, and they're holding, that's going to be bad news at the open. I'm pretty sure the shorts are already active on it. That's why it's got so much volume. It hasn't really, you know, exploded. But I will put that note out there. LiDAR offering. And that offering news was today, so day one offering. Okay. NXTC and these other ones. So I'm gonna take LiDAR off because there's no reason to watch something that's got an offering on it. So we got Octo, SOWG, and NXTC now. SOWG did complete this 15 minute with a big old top and tail. Looks like it may be revisiting 70s, struggling on that 75 right now. Okay, so we got came down, came up, chopping around with very small candles in here. Looks like the top candles are from 71 to 75, so 4-cent candles now. You said, does Benzinga have a thing you can tack onto the date of the news? Filter next to the ticker that you can tell if the news is bullish or bearish, or whether before you read. Neither before you read it. On the let me think. So on the overview tab, there is a bullish bearish section. Let's see. Yeah. Shareholders ownership. Let me see. It may not be for every stock. I don't see it on this one. Let me go to all. I don't know. Usually there's a bullish bearish section. I know Nvidia and stuff like that had. Let me go to something that's bigger, like Nvidia. I'm pretty sure they got it. Like this right here, analysis trends or whatnot, you can actually see over here. But for small caps, I don't know if the trends are there, or if the gauges are here for strong metrics. I didn't see that. See right here, bulls say, bears say, you know, that kind of thing. But I didn't see that for the small cap. Let me go look at Octo. I just don't know if that's is for every stock. Yeah, like this one, the gauges are empty. But that, I mean, that's small caps, you know. Let's see. Insiders, insider trading, insiders moving they're shifting their shares around. Peers, financials. Wait, what's this? Calendar. Oh, that's just the earnings. Okay. Confirmed, all of that. Conference calls. Yeah, if you go to the bigger stocks or the mid caps or something like that, usually they have the gauges out there that will show you green or whatever. But for these small caps, I'm just not seeing it. Let me see if I can go to um, so I guess let me go to Benzinga and use AI. Ask AI what does it think about, let's see, Octo. So tell me about Octo, OCTO, and give me the buyers buyers opinions versus sellers opinions. I don't know. Seller opinion on the bullishness of this ticker. Whoops, bullishness of this ticker. So tell me about Octo. Give me the buyer's opinions and seller's opinions of the bullishness of this ticker. Let's see. Hopefully it doesn't blow up my computer. It's like, what are you asking me? Boom. In stream. All right, so let's see what it comes up with. SOWG is headed tapping this little zone that we had here that was the old point of controls. It's retesting that zone. Back over here though, here's a concise overview of the current market sentiment and opinions regarding bullishness of Octo as of July 25th. Is it looking at the right Octo? Recent ETF. What's the name of Octo? Let me just go see what the name is. I use the name. Sometimes it gets confused. Eight Holdings or something like that. 8Co Holdings Inc. Let's do that. I didn't see that name in there. 8Co Holdings Inc. I don't see it. Okay. So give me the bullish versus bearish Eight-Co Holdings Inc. So give me the bullish bearish opinions. Stock 8Co. Okay. I just don't know if it'll give you like strong data for stocks that are moving right now. But we're checking. Okay, bullish opinions, institutional buying, several institutional investors, including UBS Securities LLC. Whoa. What is this ticker? See, that's not the ticker. It's telling me that it's KTOO. What's KTOO? Unless they did a name change recently. Is that what they did? Yeah, KTOO is nothing. Okay. I don't know. But I think a lot of this you got to just use your eyes on the charts and kind of suss out the relative volume, the interest on the stock, and things like that. If people aren't interested, then you know it's probably a flat stock. Octo, yeah, 8Co Holdings trades Octo, blah blah blah. Focuses on providing inventory capital management. See, this is money. and e-commerce, leverage technology, strategic acquisitions. If you want to dive deeper into their financials, yeah, I don't want to. I'm cool. Yeah, so banking financials, I usually don't. Okay, SOWG slipped on back in this zone. This one's continuing to walk down as well. Let's see, what else was on the scanner? Oh, LiDAR with that offering today. So we'll see if anything new pops up. We're just keeping our eyes open. Let's jump back over here to the signal, see if anything else spiked. So Octo right there. Then we got PHIO up 33%. PHIO. We got what else? Yeah, PHIO popped 2 times. So this was the first time it popped at 645, and then another time spike at whatever that is. So let's look at PHIO. Oops. Okay, here's another ticker spiking. So started at 258. Let's go and see. It does have, looks like news for today. Let's just go look. All right, so PHIO key data float is 4.79 million. Has a, and by the way, with these price spikes, you can turn on notifications. I just don't have the notifications on because it'll be dinging all the time in our ears. But you can turn on notifications that will sound these off for you. But anyway, it has a float of 4.79. News for today, it says announcement of an agreement. Agreement covers contract development and manufacturing of lead compound PH762. King of Prussia, Pennsylvania. Let's see, what is it doing? Biomedical company, boom, boom, lead. Okay. So let's go flip over to AI and go ask it some questions about PHIO. Looks like it is, bundling up. Let's look at the 15-minute. Yeah, big old move on the 15-minute. Big old boy. Okay. PHIO, yesterday's ATR was 15 cents. So if it starts to revert back to that 15 cents, it starts to chop around, it's gonna be a hectic one. It does have 6 million shares trading. It's moving up, but definitely has some work to do to catch up with some of these other ones. Let's go and ask AI, tell me about PHIO and why it's spiking. Oops, spiking. And while it's doing that, we'll look over here at PHIO. Jumping up there to 385s. And this is the 1-minute chart right here. Let's see what it pulls up here. Okay, recent stock price movement. Insights on PHIO. So PHIO has seen a notable year-to-date rise over 32%, with recent weeks showing a 5% gain. There's no widely reported company-specific news or press releases in the past week directly explaining the spike. PHIO is a biotech firm focused on immuno-oncology therapeutics, which means its stock can be sensitive to sector trends, clinical trial updates, or shifts in investor sentiment. The biotech sector has recently attracted renewed interest as investors look for growth outside of big tech and healthcare funds. So this one, there is no widely reported company-specific news. PHIO, but remember, this is AI, so that doesn't necessarily mean that there isn't any news. It's just no widely reported news. But PHIO, low market capitalization and relatively low trading volume can amplify price swings on modest news or speculative activity. Take away the recent spike on PHIO's price appears to be driven more by general sector momentum and speculative trading rather than the specific company event or announcement in small cap biotech stocks like PHIO. Even minor news or changes in sentiment can create outsized moves. Okay. So back over here, we can see it threw a wick up here to 415. Let's go look at a daily chart on the PHIO. So go here. Daily chart closed yesterday at 251. Got all the way up here and hit 415. So let me zoom back a little bit. 415 was a pre-market high here. 415 up in there somewhere. Okay, and then obvious levels. Where are we looking? Where are we looking? So we got $3 whole dollar level. Could be something, but let me just mark this one as pre-market. Pre-market level. And then we'll go back and check the signals after this. BizPhone says PHIO is running because it's raising money. It's offering 5.9 million shares. So it's offering news, right? Is what I'm seeing. Let's see. So let me jump back over here to PHIO and let's jump to PHIO. Let's read into this news that it supposedly has today. Does it have offerings? So let me go in Control F. Let's look at offering. No, I don't see offerings in the headlines, but let's go ahead and scroll down. How is it raising this money that it's supposed to be raising? Is it raising it from us or is it raising it from a grant? You know, that's what I'm like, okay, well, what's going on? So announces agreement. Is there offering? There wasn't any, I didn't see any offering in this, but it could be further down. So let's go scroll down a little bit. Positive safety. Actually, you know what? No. Let me just use AI. Hey, have they done any offerings? That's the question that we can ask. Has PHIO reported any offering or any news about an offering? Because they're trying to raise an offering. I mean, they got to be raising it from somebody. Is it from retail traders? You know? So it hit that 415. It's coming down a little bit. Who is this offering targeted at? Okay, great question. Staying on top of offerings is crucial for biotech investors, especially with a company like PHIO, where capital raises can significantly impact recent offering news for PHIO as of 2025. After a thorough review of the latest news and press releases up to today, there is no public announcement or credible report indicating PHIO has conducted or disclosed a new stock offering. The most recent financial news in this relates to that. I don't know what that is. No relevant filings, headlines. Okay. So no new offerings reported. Okay. I don't know. Maybe they didn't put offering out, but looks like they're making some money. They made $1 per share there, 415 all the way. Well, not all the way down, but definitely somebody made some money from 415. Okay. So let's go. I'm gonna go and check the signals again, see if I see any new poppers. Okay, Hutu. HTOO, Hutu, HTOO is showing something. Let's see what it's doing over here. Went from 473. Does it have? It has some kind of news. Subsidiary. Yeah, it has something on there. HTOO. 37% with a million shares traded. What's the float on this one? Float for HTOO is under a million. Very, very low float there. Very, very low floats. Let's look at the daily chart here on H2OO. Its ATR is $1.38. This one closed yesterday at 473 and is up here towards like $6 right now. So, but this chart definitely looks like it's torn up a little bit. It's definitely got some selling off. So we'll see about that. Has not hit my scanners yet, but HTOO doing some things. What else is here? HTOO, SB, no. ATNF up 131%. ATNF. Okay, ATNF. I'm not seeing any news for that one. What's the volume on this one? ATNF. Million shares traded there. Okay. So we got a couple. We had Octo leading the day with 23 million. It's definitely lost pretty much all of its range. PHIL went up and, doing this little sell-off motion. SOWG, ATNF, 125%, NXTC, and then Hutu. So we got six on the scans right now. Any others that are doing pops? Or not 6 on the scan. My scan has not been updated just yet. I'm not seeing any of these. But on the signals, that's where I'm getting these from. Okay. ATNF was at 100% and getting taxed. Did not have news for that pop. Only 2 million shares traded on it. ATNF closed yesterday with a 40-cent ATR. And it is 40-cent ATR, yep. And definitely quite a bit of a pop down there. 3 million shares traded. All right, so about to start doing some cleanup on the charts here. Don't want to be having trash up here. But then again, today is a day of pretty much no good news. So kind of got to trade what's moving, and it's kind of like a desperation trading day. Can you choose something that is what's this one? I see another one. MCVT just spiked. MCVT. Okay, well, it spiked and came right back down. Okay, so came up here to 347. It just got added, and look at that. Wow, huge spike up to 347, right back down. No news that I'm seeing on it currently. Huge spike up and down. But like I said, you'll catch the spikes, but you just can't just go in there and dive in there because this can happen. $3.47 back down to $2. H2, okay. Octo, PHIO, SOWG, continue to walk down, ATNF, NXTC. Okay. So we're looking, I'm watching these spikes, trying to keep up with them. I guess I should turn on notifications so I can at least hear it when it does it. Plays notification, sends a push to your computer, and then plays a sound. Okay, yeah, do that. Do that. Okay, so notifications have been turned on. It should, on the next one, it should do some popping. Do I have this muted? Nope. Should pop. And let me save this layout so I can refresh. Save it, update, and refresh. Boy, MCVT just getting killed down there, huh? All the way back down to 8%. H2OO or HTOO making some moves there, right around 1 million shares traded. Pre-market trading, man. There's some things that are making some crazy little moves out here. Okay. All right. But yeah, I'm thinking Octo is pretty cooked. HTOO is up here. All right. So I got right now on the list that we've seen is Octo, PHIO, SOWG, ATNF, HTOO, and NXTC. I'm gonna clean that one off. It's just I really don't think these are gonna come back alive. If they do, that's gonna be crazy. But yeah, NCVT, I really don't like the move that it made back to the bottom, especially on no news. HTOO looking like it's gonna be pushing here. No news on that one either. Actually, whoa, there is news on H2O. It just got added to the scan, actually. I am tripping. So what's the news? Projects. Oh, I saw this one earlier. Yeah, it did have news. Okay, so Dublin, Ireland. H2OO, there's a price spike alert right there. I don't even know if y'all can hear that, but it popped. Fusion Fuel, Green, PLC, gas distribution confirmed. A number of new products in Dubai, developments in Dubai, largest products under contract. So yeah, this one is getting some love right here in pre-market. Came down here to the ATR high. I was kind of looking around. I should have just been looking at these ones with the higher ATRs that can move like this, but I was just playing around with these little cheap ones like an idiot. Let me get on, start cleaning up. Let's get to some ATRs that actually matter. So we got HTOO up here. Definitely don't want to chase it. Move $2 move there. ATR of $1.38. It was $1.38 yesterday. They closed with ATR of $1.60 today. So it is what it is. Just saw another one pop up. SPLL or SPPL. How cheap is this one? SPPL. Oh no, I don't know what that is. Maybe I typed it in wrong. Oh well, go back over to something else. But yeah, quite a bit of a move there. This was the move here, but yeah, the that oh, I remember why we stopped looking at it. The daily chart, this thing. So it's up to $9 now. So right up here to this, almost going towards 10. That's why I was like, I don't know about that one. Okay. Up 100-something% with 3 million shares traded. Man, I gotta just start looking at my scans, bro. The spike list is good, but it doesn't give you the things with the range. You gotta have a scanner that can find these ones. But that daily chart definitely put a hammer in this one for me. I don't know about it. Another one just got added. NXTC back up there. Oh, it has slipped under 10. Okay. So NXT still trying to battle it out, but it HTOO has all eyes right now. Man, that was a good little 1 minute dip too. 868 all the way down here. Had a previous low over $5. Man, that was a good little 1 minute dip, but it is what it is. It had the catalyst, had everything, but yeah, it is what it is. A daily chart. If I feel uncomfortable about any part of the trade, I think I should definitely be mindful of it, especially if there's no real obvious levels out here. So what we were seeing, we got this previous spike hit a high of 1260 ish. Had the body right here of 982. Had a, and let me just put some obvious daily. I just put on here obvious, more obvious daily levels. Edit properties. Daily or possible daily level. Okay. Yeah, so this is what we were looking at. Let me remove, duplicate. So we had a body here of 982. And then if we just start looking at obvious things, I mean, the bottom of this, we could duplicate. Bottom of this candle is down here at 668. Duplicate. I mean, we got these little gaps down here. I would hope it doesn't go all the way down there, but you never know. But these are the levels. And let's go and back up a little bit and see what we can see back up the chart. Okay. It's definitely looks like it was higher than that for all the rest of the time. So, okay, let's just play on those levels and let's look on the 15-minute. Where are those levels at? So these were the obvious daily levels that we got up in here, right? $10 flat. And it has levels down here at the 668 possible. This is on the 15 minutes. We got a little bit. I don't know if it's going to stop here at 850s. It's still trading around this level, so that's not super obvious. 5-minute, big wick, and 1 minute. Okay. So we'll see, man. It's got room. It's definitely got room back down here. But look at these candles, these payouts though. This candle was from 570 up to 626 just in one candle. That's what I'm talking about. This candle right here, $6 all the way up to one. That's a 70-cent candle. So yeah, I like those candles. We'll see what happens. Give it a little bit of time. Still not leading over LiDAR though. LiDAR still with 32 million shares traded. I guess they didn't see the offering yet. Okay, MCVT. I'm not too interested in that. $2 stop. It's gonna have to push its limits. Another price spike by PXLW. PXLW. I hope it's not a super low volume on PXLW. What's this spike? Oh, ain't no price spike, man. Get that out of here. Let's see. So H200, like I said, it's got the obvious levels was down here where those gaps were. But that's where it looks to be going. Let's go jump back to the 15-minute. Yeah, boy. So 15-minute level, obvious level 859 right here. So we will edit. It's going to be a 15 minutes resistance. Resistance. Okay. 5 and 1. Okay. So it's trying to hold up these levels, but yeah, I think back under 567 is really going to be looking bad. It goes back down there. Only up 56% now. So it was up 100 something, but now only up 56%. It's giving back about half of its movement. TNF still moving down. Okay. So these are our top movers, man. During pre-market. Definitely gave a move, but I just was not confident in that daily chart. No obvious levels, you know. Just scaring, getting some pops. Coming down here to this 674, that first level there. Let's see if it just slips through. Even these candles here from 711 down here to 664. Getting those little pops. It's 1 minute's about to close, and it has reached a level of obviousness. Wonder, can we get a pop off this level here? Not yet, man. No, I don't like that. I don't like that setup. Leave that where it is. I don't like that candle, that previous candle. Got a little bit more motion. Let's let it retest this level, 670s. See the slammage after this. Testing that $7 flat. It's right there to hold out a level too. About to close this candle in 10 seconds. Lower highs, lower highs. Let's see if it can retest this level. 675. 44%. Yeah, quick profits, I know. Did hold that little level. Yeah, my trust factor is just not here for this one. I saw the level. It bounced there a little bit, you know, moved from 681 back up to 742. Definitely some profits there. That's just me being me, I guess. And now if it comes down here again, it may do a big breakdown. So yeah, I'm definitely not confident in that. It's gonna have to continue to test down here. It's got down here to the 582s. At least I know it's kind of respecting some type of obvious levels. I didn't think it was gonna do that. I thought it was just gonna break on down. Hmm. Yeah, that was just profit on the table. Whatever. Came down. I was expecting it to test around here a little bit more. I guess it did test. It gave 3 minutes of holding here, so gave a little test. Pretty much a dollar move in there. Missed that one. Oh well. If you took it, great. I did not. Scared money didn't make money on that one. Coming back down a little bit, but I just don't. I mean, if it's gonna come all the way back, I just don't know if it could do anything off of this one again. It would need to go lower. It would need to go lower at this point. So we had almost what looked like a head and shoulders, almost. So we had a shoulder, head, and shoulder. So I mean, I don't know. I just couldn't do it, man. I couldn't do it for that little pop. I didn't trust it. But it had sold off all of these candles. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I guess my fear was, you know, definitely something that should be there. But you know, if you're trading, that little pop up, man, almost a dollar move in there, and then it gave you a signal up here. Hey, we're about to dump. So from 675 up to almost 775. So a dollar move in there is what it is. Definitely gonna have to come lower though. But if it comes lower, it's gonna be under 50% headed back towards like 30% or whatever. Should have been on it back here at this 7 o'clock when it was around this point back here, but just missed two opportunities. This one was a much smaller opportunity where shorts are now in control. 6 million shares traded on it. They got two offerings. You sure? Let me go see about those offerings. Let's go see how many offerings does Hutu H2OO have? How many, or has H2OO reported any offerings? So now it is back down to this 678 level, the level that I was kind of like, ugh, I don't know. That's where people were jumping in and buying. That, ugh, I don't know. And it had came down here before and popped, but yeah, this is another one. And I'm guessing these pops are going to get smaller and smaller until it breaks this level down. I don't know if it's going to break over any highs again. Okay, so H2OO Fusion Fuel Green offering status. I checked the latest available news and regulatory sources today. There's no public record or credible news indicating that H2OO has announced or completed any new offerings, such as equity, debt, or secondary offerings as of July 2025. July 25th, recent offering headlines and financial media reference other companies like ADT, Heartflow, but not H2OO. Okay, so no offerings there. Maybe, I don't know. I'm sure that would have been kind of like something I would have seen. But is what it is. Came down there, and it's just going to have to come lower. But the problem is, if it comes lower, how low is it going to go? It's at 45% right now. $45 right now. Let me jump back over here to signals. MCBT continues to pop up. Whoa, MCBT popped up a lot. MCBT. What? This one we saw slam earlier? 202, right back up there to 446. I kept hearing it pop up, and I was like, well, maybe that's just some kind of mistake. No. It yeah. Does not have any news on today. 5 pop-ups this morning. What do they do? Where are they from? MCVT. It is 7:30 as well. I'm about to shut it on down, but it says Mill City Ventures. Let's go to their profile. Mill City Ventures is a principal investment firm specializing investments in debt and equity securities of public and private companies to fund their operations, whether it's startup acquisitions or growth. It primarily focuses on investing in, lending to, and making managerial assistance available to privately held and publicly traded companies. The firm also advises its portfolio companies with regard to finance and operations. It was formerly known as Poker Magic Inc., but changed its name to Mill City Ventures, the third or three Limited, and it was founded in 2006 and is based in Wazata, Minnesota. Everything sounds magical about that one. Poker Magic. Previous name was Poker Magic. That's wild. Anyway, pretty much looked around the market. XRPT just spiked. What are you doing, XRPT? What is this? XRPT might be a low volume one. Yeah, no spike there. That's nothing. And again, this one actually broke this down this time, but I'm thinking this one starts stepping down. I really don't trust it to go back up with that daily chart. Of course, pre-market data is relevant for pre-market trading, but going back up right now, pro shares, okay. Yeah, going back up right now, it's starting to flatten out around this level of questionability. It tested it once, broke it, went to the next level there, which is the next level that we had marked. It jumped up from there, 638, and then it's got one down here at 581. But yeah, we'll have to see on the open if it just dives down under 582 and just keeps walking down. But anyway, I am about to bug out for real. I definitely missed the beginning of this on that first ATR tap all the way to the very bottom. I should have went ahead and marked it up and just stuck to this. And I was looking at the spikes and stuff, but Should have just went ahead and marked it up when I saw that it had the ATR and all of that and it was coming up the charts. But it is what it is. 6 million shares traded on this one. Very light move on this beginning move. It's only like 2 million something shares. But definitely got going up off of that from, I mean, just a $2 rip off that ATR high. Anyway, appreciate you guys for tuning in again. I'm probably just going to work on some stuff and get some stuff going for Friday so I don't have to do it next week. But I think today was a good review of the market. I'm gonna have to work on these filters too for the spikes. I want spikes that are more close to my scan so I can see those instead. But I mean, seeing them all, I guess it does help. Okay. Anyway, appreciate you guys again, and I'm going to go ahead and buzz out of here. And as always, I'll see you guys in, and this thing's still trying to bottle up here. Look at this. Man, you're doing all of this. I could use this as my bottom here. The second time it's come down here, but I just don't trust it. And how high could it even go? What, 724s before it snatched down? I'm going to leave it alone. I'll wait. 49%. Little toss out there. Came down first pull, second pull. Okay, I gotta stop watching this. I'm feeling like I'm getting that ocean treatment where I'm watching something that I shouldn't be watching, and I'm just getting tugged into it. But I'm gonna go ahead and close the scans. I'll come back and look at the markets after the open and see what's actually holding up. And if this one is, making moves and getting some type of formation, great. And I'll see what it's doing. But for right now, I missed the pre-market stuff. And I don't want to be chasing something because I think this can happen again. Because this was a nice little setup. The daily chart was the only thing that kept me out of this one. Anyway, it is what it is. I will see you guys in the next one. Monday morning pre-market. And as always, if you're going to continue trading like I might, keep your head on the swivel. And I will keep you guys updated in the Discord. I think the Discord link has already been dropped in maybe not. Maybe not. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'll update you guys in the Discord. And as always, I'll see you in the next one. Peace. I'm going to drop the Discord link too.